U.S. Border Patrol agents in the Northeast say this year has been much quieter than the last few as far as illegal crossings go. We told you earlier this week about new data showing there were just over 100 illegal crossings in our region this past June, compared to more than 3,300 last year. ABC 22's Matt Holderman spoke one-on-one with a Border Patrol agent today to hear his experience. Matt?
Yeah, Lauren, that's right. I spoke with the Special Operations Supervisor for U.S. Border Patrol's Swanton sector, and he says he has felt a little bit of a weight lifted off his shoulders at work with the new border and immigration policies put in place by the Trump administration. But he says those federal changes haven't fully solved the problem.
We're glad that the apprehension levels have significantly been reduced, but we still have a lot of cross-border activity going on.
Agent Josh Cousins with the U.S. Border Patrol's Swanton sector says June 2024 was one of the toughest months of his career as he and other agents apprehended 3,310 people illegally crossing the border in our region, the most in the entire history of the Swanton sector. Just over 1 year later, he says his job is now back to what he considers more normal, albeit he does now have to follow a lot of new policies created by the Trump administration.
Once policy changed, messaging changed, as well as our procedures changed. We're applying more significant consequences with immigration violations.
But the stricter regulations have come with a major drop in illegal crossings compared to last year, which Cousins says has allowed he and his fellow agents to focus back in on other parts of their jobs and be less likely to miss smuggling cases. He also says many people living in border communities have told him they notice the difference too.
We're also able to focus and target significant smuggling activity that maybe we weren't able to because we were so inundated with apprehensions. There is a lot of relief out there because people were seeing people illegally enter their personal property, their private lands on a regular basis.
But despite the improvement, Cousins says the more than 100 illegal crossers they are still encountering every month remains concerning, especially knowing a few of the individuals they've detained over the last few years.
One person was wanted for first-degree murder, another person was wanted for second-degree murder. So these are the real national security risks that we're talking about, and these are just a couple examples.
So keeping some of those cases in mind, as well as the safety of people living in those border communities, Cousins says anyone who sees suspicious border activity should continue calling their headquarters and making reports. And the Swanton sector is also currently hiring more agents and offering a $20,000 signing bonus, as they are hoping to make sure they continue missing as few illegal crossings as possible. For now, reporting live in the studio, Matt Holderman, ABC 22 News.